You know what I think when I hear somebody talk like this? You're making all the money now. That these big time players or these big cities, they have to deal with these journalists. So quit crying. Like, my whole thing is just quit crying about it.
Yeah, but this was a good weekend for Caitlin Clark. She got to meet Obama because she's in Chicago and Obama got his library opening. She sat down with Malika Andrews and decided to give her take on how the media has been portraying her this season.
Best what the league has to offer is yourself and Paige Beckers and Asia Wilson. The list goes on and on.
Yeah.
And yet so much of the discourse feels completely and totally unrelated to that. Do you feel that?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think a lot of it is like, it's not always based in reality. I feel like media and journalism have a responsibility to tell the stories, and a lot of times, like, you guys are the ones controlling the narratives about what people read and what people talk about, and a lot of that is sometimes so far out of touch with what is reality, and that can be confusing to somebody that's 24 and trying to navigate life and trying to help her team win a championship.
Case in point, an incident like Alyssa Thomas, the foul. A foul happens on the court.
Yeah.
You move on, she moves on,
Yeah.
and that should be the end of it.
100%.
So top down, what needs to be done so that that is?
It seems like there's always a moment like that in every season that I've played so far, and I think for myself, like, I just try to navigate it the best I can. It gets exhausting, it gets frustrating, because I think especially, like, that's a perfect example of, like, yeah, it was a hard foul, and it should have been dealt with in the moment, and they should have decided what it was then and reviewed it. Great, we move on. You see it happen in the NBA all the time. It's not anything more than that. It's basketball. When I walk out of the locker room, I shouldn't be not fearful of what the conversation is going to be, but, you know, you just, like, it's emotionally exhausting, it's draining, it makes your shoulders tense, because, you know, people don't want to talk about the basketball. They just want to stir it up and make it something else.
There have been lots and lots of people, especially people in our comments section, who have been vehemently defending Caitlin Clark's image. And this has led to a lot of media fallout for Caitlin Clark, particularly in the Alyssa Thomas situation, where she was getting death threats from Caitlin Clark fans over the hard foul that she put on there.
I like Caitlin.
I do too.
I like Caitlin Clark. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I'm kind of a Caitlin Clark defender, and I'm with Dub. I believe that the media has made her this target. They've put this bullseye on this, not just the media, but her fan base has put this bullseye on this young lady's back, and she just wants the ball.
She just wants
to hoop. I think a lot of things that are going on now takes away from the game. It's hard to appreciate an Indiana Fever basketball game because you know it's going to be watched really close. The whole game's going to be, I'd rather watch any other team in the WNBA play than the Indiana Fever because you can't enjoy the game.
People don't always realize, like, I'm 24 years old and I'm trying to navigate a lot of different things while trying to play basketball at the same time. So it was cool to hear that from him. And I think, honestly, it's probably a good reminder for all of us. Treating people with respect, treating people with grace, and definitely a moment I'll probably remember for the rest of my life.
What?
You know what I think when I hear somebody talk like this? You're making all the money now. It doesn't matter how you feel. This is what they've been doing. This is the same stuff that these big time players or these big cities, they have to deal with these journalists. They've been doing this. It comes with sports. So quit crying. Like, my whole thing is just quit crying about it. Just like a lot of soccer players, you it's so dramatic,
embellishing,
over the top. Like, come on,
heavy.
just play the sport. But the media, like that, you can't get away from it. That's going to come. So I don't want to hear you crying about that because y'all wanted all the money. What do you think comes with the money?
Yeah.
The scrutiny.
Yeah.
Like, every sport, every top tier athlete in every sport deals with this. So I don't know what she's complaining about. Oh my God, I'm just a little girl trying to make it through the world. Shut up. What they told LeBron, shut up and dribble. You know what they told LeBron, to shut up and dribble?
Yeah, but I think Caitlin, she kind of gets a raw deal, and from both sides, not just from she gets it from both sides. Like, sometimes I'll be like, Caitlyn, now you are going too far. You are definitely just going too far with the acting and stuff like that. But we see it all the time. We see it all the time.
Listen, I want to be a fan of Caitlin Clark. I really do. But it feels like I'm watching a World Cup. Look at this. Caitlyn has a fistful of Lacon's jersey, and then she flops because Lacon is trying to get out of there. Like, look at this, bro. Like, the theatrics. It's too much. Look, here's another one. See if you can catch it. She flops and then she loses the ball out of bounds. It's just a part of her game, and it's not going anywhere. You never see Aaliyah Boston flop. You never see Kelsey Mitchell flop. Look, you think I'm exaggerating? Watch this with her and BG. Look at this. She act like she got shot. Like, for me, it just takes away from all the great things you could do on the basketball court.
Well, now there's been some speculation that the media has taken it too far with Caitlin Clark, particularly that of Nancy Armour of USA Today, who wrote an editorial comparing Caitlin Clark to that of Emmett Till, which was not necessarily a good comparison. So basically what this writer wrote,
it was horrible.
It was a horrible comparison.
Horrible.
What up? I'm going to quote the article. While it's incumbent on the WNBA to do more to protect its players, there should also be an expectation on Clark to recognize the wider consequences of her actions, in reference to her complaining to the refs. So they're saying her complaining to the refs is the same thing as Carolyn Bryant.
White tears.
Yes, lying on Emmett Till, which I thought was very much a reach.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, that was horrible.
Nancy Armour happens to be white, just for context of this, thinks that Caitlin Clark shouldn't complain about bad calls or non-calls because there's a racist watching the game who's now going to attack an African American because they think Caitlin Clark is being wronged. What?
Yeah, that's hard to wrap your mind around.
Back to this Caitlin Clark thing. Yeah, I've read that article, and yes, poor taste. You cannot align either two because, number one, that young man was brutally and his body was chained down to the bottom of the Mississippi River. Yeah. Caitlin Clark is not brutally, and she has nothing that's happened to her. So just for this writer to align the two was bad taste all the way around. And this is the reason why I had a conversation earlier about the reason why Caitlin Clark fans and the media surrounding this is putting a target on her back. Because the fact of the matter is, you are dismissing all the women that open up the doors for her to come into the sport, number one. Now, you can cheer for whoever you want to cheer, you know what I'm saying? But when you are using her and at the same time being very disrespectful to the black women, even the lesbian, gay, LGBTQ women in the league, at the same time trying to elevate Caitlyn is not the way it is. Let her game do the talking. But like I said, her fan base and the media is doing a bad job, and they putting a target on her back. And by doing so, her PR knows this is how she's getting her money. She ain't really talking about it, condemning it. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like you hear about it, but I ain't gonna say nothing unless I'm forced to talk about it.
Nancy Armour with your about Indiana fans. They're the best, they're the smartest basketball fans in the country. And just because they cheer for their star, a white girl, doesn't make anybody racist, doesn't make anybody a quote nationalist. We love basketball. We cheered like crazy for Reggie Miller. Do I really got to go through all of the black basketball players in the history of Purdue, Indiana, the Pacers, high school that we have cheered for, we revere, we've built statues for?
Caitlin Clark, I do feel the media scrutiny was harsh, but I also think she's been kind of handling it respectable. I don't think she said anything controversial that would make us think twice about supporting her or anything. I really think it's more the media.
They suck the damn fun out of these damn games.
They have.
They make this look. They become analytical geniuses and never stepped on a basketball court, never watched the game,
right?
Never did any of this stuff. But now they can tell you her 3-point percentage. They can tell you her turnover to assist ratio. They can tell you all this stuff. And like I said, we all like Caitlyn. Caitlyn a baller.
Yeah, she a baller.
Caitlyn, one of the best players in the league. Possibly might even be the face of the league.
Nope.
But we know.
No, we're not doing
this. This is what I'm gonna say. Just listen to what I'm saying, because wasn't there a time when Steph was the face of the league, or LeBron's always been the face of the league? Because LeBron
has always been the face of the league.
But what both of those two players have in common? They got accolades and they got championships.
And I'm not disputing that.
So now when
this
you
is what I'm saying. What I'm saying is this: we all know the best player in the league. That's not even a debate.
No, that's the point. But we have to. The point is, it's not being said out loud enough. The
best player.
It's being drowned.
Go Lady Gamecock.
It's being drowned. Yeah, you're right. It's being drowned out. But Caitlin Clark fans act like they the only fan base that's in the
that's
W.
Cool. They can do that.
No, they can't. It's other fan base. They don't run the whole W. Bro, that's the whole thing.
You're right. That's cool. They can do that. But we know anybody who actually sits down and watches these games, watches these women play, we know